Hey guys, Chris here at the Barndo. Some of you may know I've been fortunate enough to buy an inexpensive 1,200 square foot shop with a small quarters, living quarters. I'm loving it. I'm down here. I brought a truck down and a motorcycle and some other things. I got to go back and get some stuff, but I'm loving it so far, even though it's 95 degrees. So I've been working on this yellow chipboard, right? I couldn't see myself living in a chipboard palace. So and before I get too full, this is about the pile of what I've got here. I'm gonna carpet it back here, paint, working on paint right now, but I wanna get one wall done and sanded, filled. I've been filling these holes, painted, repainted, and then we're gonna do some wainscoting. So right now we're sanded. We've already filled 8 million holes with spackling. I will do a video of that, a clip of that, so you'll see how enjoyable it was. But that's dried, and as I went, I just kept wanting to do more, wanting to fill these holes and fill the gaps and the seams. It's gonna look better. You know, you stand up here on the overlook from the apartment and you can look right at this wall and see, and I couldn't stand looking. You know, I painted it once and I didn't fill. You can see down here, this is where the wainscoting is going to be. All right, man, here we go. Seeing myself here just kind of reminds me of my mom. She used to hold her mouth open like that and also double up her tongue and stick it out when she was exerting herself. Here I'm welcoming dust right down my throat. Somewhere during this marathon, the pad came off of my sander. I didn't notice it till the end. It was still working, although not as good, but I didn't go back over it. It's kind of funny. I'm not interested in perfection. Watch out, bud. I'm not interested in perfection. So actually I don't want these too smooth, because you can see there's a pattern here, and if these are too smooth, it'll also stand out. Not as bad as the holes or the cracks, but anyway, I can't really avoid that. I probably could do something, texture that or something, but I want to get to other things. I want to get this place so it looks decent to be in. One of the projects we're also working on, I don't know if you could tell, but if you look at the gray floor, it looks green in the video. So we're going to swap out these 20 however many it is, 4-foot fluorescents, because it's a cool white, it's a blue white, and greenish. You know, it's not healthy to be under that fluorescent, so we're going to a daylight balanced 5500 and switch it to LED, which drops the wattage by 1/4. So imagine running these all day. So I just cut the energy consumption by 3 times by investing in $100 worth of LED bulbs, and we'll show you that somewhere along the road as well. All right, we're going to move on. I'll put anything I use in the video. I'll put links down below in the description. You can go get them if you don't have them. This is a tool right here for $21 that is indispensable. $21, and that's gonna, you know, if I try to block sand all this, it'd take forever. So go follow those links and get the tools you need to get creative. This is changing my life. I'm 60 years old, and I didn't build the structure. I'm actually gonna add on to the structure, but I'm gonna make this into, to me, a masterpiece, a lovely place to be in. All right, we'll see you later. Chris here, signing out. Real Window Creative. This shot's This shot is a little out of sync because I actually did this before doing some of the previous clips. I added a 10-foot extension to my dust wet dry vac, so I wouldn't have to, I'd have a lot more room to work. Worked out really well too. So right here it occurred to me to help give myself a little more protection. I see this dust flying, and I realized I had some N95, some nice, actually I don't even know, I think they're above that grade, but so I'm heading over here in a second to get a mask to keep less of that dust from going where I don't want it to. Suddenly I'm having a sensory experience as if at the dentist I just was smelling burning teeth and feeling pain. Strange. Hey guys, Chris here. So I finished the sanding the wall there, and for the most part I'm going to give it another coat of paint. And I just wanted to mention, better cover your stuff. This paint, you think you're not getting close to anything, but the dust particles go everywhere. By the way, did you see when my hose came off of the sander, stuff was flying everywhere? Stopped immediately and got that out. Dust collection is essential for this kind of project. So my old 89 Vulcan 88 is sitting here, 1500, and you know, I thought, okay, no, it's far enough away, I don't need to cover it, but you can see it's getting a fine coating of paint on it. You know, it's probably not hurting it, but why not? Just take the time. I've got some plastic here, and we'll get her covered up. Just another, you know, I'll have to wash it, so this is probably quicker than washing it, right? So we'll take the time to do this. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? Can you help with this? What? Lucky's just loving it. He just jumped up on me and gave me a good gash on my arm. That's a almost daily occurrence. His claws are like talons. I swear, like a bear claw. I mean, look at this. Look at these. Look at these on his side. Look at his side claw there. Right? And in the back. Look at those. Whoop. He doesn't really like me pointing cameras at him that much for some reason. Yeah, so we're going to cover this up. Just this is probably why I don't do it. Getting these things open. I don't know who folds them, but obviously a machine. I lose interest in this pretty quick. Pretty quick. As Larry David would say, oh, curb your enthusiasm. And yeah, so I'm giving up pretty much. I'm just going to run it across the top here so we can get going. So I need to open up some paint. I also want to mention that we're using the Magnum Project Painter. Pretty good little unit. It's basically just a compressor. It's the Project Painter Plus by Graco, true airless. You know, it's basically, if you got a compressor, you could just use a sprayer. I got this because I can, you don't have to worry about which way the bucket's pointing. I just leave it on the ground, and I've got this long hose. I can do ceilings or whatever with this. Yeah. I'm actually going to hit this real quick with...
Oh, I'm okay. Don't worry.
With some more chocolate, because every time you change this out, the paint, there's a hole, got to fill all those hoses, and you got to run it out. All of this is full of paint, so it takes a while. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to switch it over to the gray I'm using, and then I'll run it in there, and I'll do that piece, and then by the time I get that done, I'll be into the gray, hopefully, and we can come over on this other side. Oh, thanks. Whew. 5 gallons, even easier, I think, to use with this, because you've got a screw off top. Of course, I can't go. Oh, there we go. Got a screw on top, which this guy will go right in. Now, that's going to change my color, because that's going to get brown in there. I'm not too worried about it. I'll try to get as much, so you can see I had gray in there before. Now there's some remnants of gray in there too. So we're just gonna go like this. I am not a perfectionist, really, by any means. Need to free that up a little bit. And then we prime first. going to fill up what came out of there. Let's put a top on this real quick, because I'll be the guy that steps off of the ladder and knocks that right over. And I still may be staining these floors, so we don't want a bunch of paint. This has got to be removed. Let's see. I'm already getting crazy disorganized. And I need to find some paper towels. Just had a roll here. Staying organized is a huge task for me. I tend to spread things everywhere. Even though I'm conscious of it, I don't seem to be able to correct it. So I'm often looking for things, and I quickly do that, no matter what the circumstances. And so that's something I'm working on, and I've promised myself that we're not going to do that in this space. But so far, I'm doing it again. There's Megan. Hi, Megan. That's my favorite model. One of my favorite models. I'm lucky enough to have worked with a dozen or two beautiful women. And those are available online to purchase as stock. I'm getting all tangled up here. So we're going to get that untangled right now. And then as soon as I run some of this out, we'll move over to the other wall. I don't even like this color here because it's not going to contrast. You know, my idea was to have some earth tones, gray, brown, taupe. Once I get the color down, it's like I don't even like it. I was going to stain these with beams, and I still am, but then there'd be no contrast from the chocolate. So these guys need a good primer coat anyway, usually. So I'm just gonna do it anyway, see how it sits with me. My plans are often changed once I see it. You know, I may or may not finish with that. I'm also going to treat these bars, get the rust off of there, these garage bars. See over there, I'm going to paint. Not sure I like the red either, but I'm going to paint that some kind of accent color. This thing lays down quite a bit of paint. Kind of get it dialed in to how you like it and how it doesn't. So it doesn't. Now here comes the gray. Is that the gray coming in? I think it is. So I'm just going to stop there. I don't know how that could be coming that quick, but it's way lighter. Ooh. So now, see if we can carry this over in one shot here. See how much of a mess I can make. I'd rather not pull that back out. 5 gallons of paint is pretty sure it weighs more than water. So this is pretty heavy. All right. So I just got paint all over my shorts. Yeah, and I don't designate painting clothes or have them available when I need them. So these are now the painting shorts until they aren't there the next time I paint. All right. this is what my power covers are going to look like. Need to come, I was just kind of mocking this up to see. I painted it didn't look very good with the white outlets, so I painted the covers of those. Let me get this off. Now I'm not going to paint down low because of course I got this wainscoting going on, so we're just going to leave that. But all this above about here is going to get a fresh coat. All right, so I'm going to go over here and start we're going to do a wide shot of this, maybe speed it up. I've already had to purchase 3 ladders. That 12-foot ladder is a monster. And so I'm going to need a whole storage facility just for the ladders. I've got 3 at home, plus step stools. That's what happens when you buy a Barndominium. Excuse me. I do a lot of grunting and groaning. You know, I'm old. 60 this year, and this body's been around. So I like to, when I've got outlets or something to work around, not that I do a lot of painting, but, hi buddy. I usually like to have a piece of cardboard in my hand I can block whatever I don't want to paint. We're going to do a whole clip-on cardboard, its uses, and why it's a good idea to keep some around. I'm going to make a little cardboard storage area, and I'll shoot that for you. So let's get this brown out of here. Something's up because I'm getting a weird line over there. I'm going to prime it a little bit more. Just look and see. I probably let it sit. Let it sit and watch a movie. Watch the movie. Part of a movie. And I didn't clean this up. You want to clean your stuff like this with, 2.5, can't remember exactly the price, but, if you don't, that fixed that up. If you don't clean your gear out, you're just going to ruin that item within a couple of paint jobs. Yeah, see, this thing's got a lot of brown in it still. Kind of waiting for the gray. It's okay. I'm gonna end up having about 4 coats, which is fine with me. I cannot see what I'm shooting. I have a tendency to have I got this camera, fits around like sunglasses. By the way, everything I'm using today, I will put in links down in the description. So if you see something that you think you could use, you can grab it from the link, get it sent to you. All right, I'm just going to hush for a minute and get this brown out of here. This gray might be a little different shade as well. There's how I use my cardboard. Okay, I think we're into the gray. Yeah, it's less blue, which is fine with me. I like this color better than what I used to start. And I knew that was basically going to be a primer coat. So, yeah, I like this color a lot better. Grays are tricky. There's a lot of different tones in there. You have blues, you can have a red, you can have a chocolatey. This is a little bit chocolatey, and I got it on sale. It was a sale, I think it's $79 for that 5 gallon. That's not a bad deal. That's less than 20 a gallon. What is that? 15, 75, yeah, just a little over, about 16 a gallon. Now look, see, you can barely tell I spackled that. Of course, there, poor job. It's a couple coats. Well, it is smoother, but unless you're looking for it. I also meant to cover this floor. I'm not sure I'm going to end up staining it because of all this, I've already painted it. I painted a gray spot, didn't like it. I mean, I like it, but it gets dirty real fast. I'm still up in the air what I'm going to do with the floor. We may have to do some we are going to have to do some paint removal, I'm sure, unless we just paint over that. Make it all gray. That would be probably the easiest thing to do. Now this column is going to be a different color, probably black. So I'm just going to leave it, but I will get into the corners. I find it important to try to stay, I have a tendency to move around. I see something over here and I'll try to go over there and I forget. And I end up getting an uneven job. So probably the best idea for me is to stay right here where I am. And the beauty of this 5 gallons, this stuff soaks up a lot of paint. This 5 gallon, this will probably take 2 to 3 gallons to cover this wall. So anytime you change your paint, you've got that issue with your different shades. There's a screw I couldn't get out. Got a damaged head. That's a pretty color. Now see that right there, the gray with more brown. I love that. Kind of a mocha gray. I should mix my own colors. My hand is getting tired. I love this sprayer. It's got a nice wide path, some good coverage. We're going to do a 2x2 tile, ceiling tile, wainscoting, an upper wainscoting. So I'm not going to waste any paint up there. This is a nice paint gun. Really like it. Ladder safety is key. Just always pay attention to what you're doing. Maintain a balanced center of gravity, because you can fall over. I could fall over, and this is too high to fall on the cement. Another screw that I missed. Sometimes it's beneficial to change your vertical to horizontal, because you might fill in some spots you missed, or just based on where you're at. Right now it's right in front of my face. It's a little more comfortable to change to horizontal for a minute. I want to get this done tonight, because then tomorrow I can start the wainscoting, and I'm pretty excited about that. Getting that done. As soon as I get that done, I can start placing the furniture in here, whatever bench shop tools, cabinets, whatever. And during that process, I want to remember a quote Tell me who said this. Space is the breath of art. Space is the breath of art. Frank Lloyd Wright. Now this wall is going to be pretty artistic when we get done. Hell, I might even go as far as saying a work of art, and with a bunch of workbenches and cabinets in front of it, it will be lost, on the space. So I'm going to have to make sure that I leave spaces as a breath between pieces so that the artwork below can be seen and enjoyed. And mostly that's going to be by me. I'm an artist, I'm a photographer. You can probably tell not so much a painter, but I like to look at beautiful things, and it affects my mood and my motivation. Kind of going to look down. This has got a little more of a satin sheen to it as well, which I like. I'm kind of look down the wall and see if I can see any light areas. And I'm just going to hit this again. All right. Oh, that's going to look great. Okay, I'm going to sign off for now, finish that little area, and I'll see you on the next step. Well, I hope you made it this far. If you did, like and subscribe. I've got a lot more of this coming. This just turned out to be quite a movie, huh? Lots of projects planned. My brain just rattled them off. Matter of fact, I just did one, just a quick, I needed some fill light over here. I looked around the room, I had a shower curtain, and that turned out to be just enough. So let me show you what you can do with what you have and what's in your community. I've got just tons of stuff coming. Matter of fact, I will start just as soon as I send this up. I'll start the wainscoting and videotape that as well. Everything that I used is down in the description. If you want to pick up one of yours, or you see something you got to have, if you're anything like me, there's probably a bunch of those in there that match that description. There goes my my improv soft box reflector is falling down. And guess what? We're actually going to watch a movie next with that same shower curtain. So that shower curtain's going on the freshly painted wall, and then we're going to have a projector, 4K projector back here, and make this huge picture. That wall's called out to me for a 75 or 80 inch TV. I'm trying to hold back because it's too much, but yeah. Stay tuned, come back and see us. More videos. Bye. Don't have my exit intro though, or my exit, yeah.